Hi everyone, my name's Tisdale. I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on places like eBay and Poshmark, and today we're going to do What Sold Wednesday. So I'm going to go over what has sold for me in the past 7 days. Those days are going to be Monday, March 27th through Sunday, April 2nd, and I sold 9 items total. 5 are from eBay and 4 are from Poshmark. So let's go ahead and get into it. On Monday, March 27th, I had 1 item sell and it was on eBay, and it was this Escada tweed. It's kind of like a yellow blue tweed, a little pencil mini skirt. I've had it for quite some time, about 443 days. And Escada is something I don't really pick up anymore unless I get really cheap, and even then I'll probably send it off to the Real. I paid $7.02 for this skirt and it sold for $26.15. The next day, March 28th, I had another 1 sale day, and this time it was on Poshmark. I sold this Misa Los Angeles. It's a neon orange dress. It was that jersey, like stretchy material. I think it was called the Domino dress. Very neon orange. I've only had it for about 71 days, which 71 sounds like a lot, but I feel like I just bought it. I bought it for only $3.25 and it sold for $80. This brand can do pretty well. I definitely think it is style by style. I mean, if you get it for $3.25, I would pick it up every time, no matter the style. But depending on how much you want to pay for it, you want to look up the style because it can do really well. On Wednesday, March 29th, I had 2 sales, and one was on eBay and one was on Poshmark. On eBay, I sold this Rag & Bone Kate skinny jeans. I've had these for quite some time as well, 466 days to be exact, and I did pay $10.10 for them, and they sold for $44.29. Rag & Bone isn't a brand I will generally pick up anymore unless the style of the jean is, really trending. But I would look into their boots if I saw them, as well as their blazers. Both of those can still do pretty well from the brand. And then the only item I sold on Poshmark was this cobalt blue dress from Likely. And Likely, kind of similar to Misa, can do pretty well. I think it's a little bit lower of a price point, at least resale value from what I've seen. But it can do pretty well depending on the style. This one I didn't notice until I got it home that it had a little tear at the bottom, which I did stitch up and notate in the listing. So it did take a little bit longer than I thought it would to sell. It took 201 days, but I only picked it up for $8.99 and it sold for $30. I definitely think the little tear at the bottom discouraged a lot of buyers from buying it, and that's why it only sold for $30. But the reality is you couldn't even really see the tear because, one, I stitched it up, and 2, it kind of ruffled at the bottom, as hopefully you can see on the picture. But it was kind of hard to display that and explain that on the listing. On Thursday, March 30th, I had 1 sale and it was on eBay. It was these Assets by Spanx leggings, or I guess they were more kind of like tights. I've had them for 376 days. I bought a lot of them at one time at one Goodwill. Assets by Spanx is generally sold at Target, and at this specific Goodwill, they get a lot of Target markdowns where it's essentially new a tag, only Target has kind of slashed out the brand with like a Sharpie. And pulled the tags off, so you can't really list it as new with tags. I did pay $6.74 for them, and they sold for $26.14. On Friday, March 31st, I had 1 sale, and this time it was on Poshmark. I sold these Isabel Marant jeans. They were striped. I've only had them for about 71 days, and they laced up in the front as well. They're super cute. I believe they were a tiny size though. But again, 71 days isn't too bad. I did pay up for these, so I paid $20.30, but they did sell for $69. And given that they sold in 71 days, I'm okay with that. If they had sat for, over a year, as some of these pieces have done, then I probably would have regretted buying them, or at least regretted paying $20 for them. But in this case, I'm completely okay with this flip. Isabel Marant is another one that I feel like you have to kind of be careful with what you pick up. I recently picked up a cardigan, and I kind of regret picking it up because it wasn't in like the best condition, but you see Isabel Marant and you're just like, oh, I gotta get it. And I don't think I paid a lot for it, you know, probably under $10, but it's been sitting and I'm not sure how fast it's gonna sell because, again, it's not in the best condition. It's not the most stylish. So definitely check your styles and make sure it's still good quality, especially if you plan on paying up for Isabel Marant. On Saturday, April 1st, I had 2 sales and they were both on eBay. The first is this Disney Princess Castle. I think it's this Sleeping Beauty castle. And if you've seen my recent yard sale video, we went to a thrift store afterwards and I picked this up and it's already sold. It's been listed for 2 days. So super fast flip, not for a ton of money, but I'll still take it. I paid $7.39 for it and it sold for $49.66. The second item I sold was the Joie navy blue, I think they're called the irreplaceable pants. I don't usually pick Joie up anymore, but because these were like linen material, I thought they would do a lot better. However, they did sit for 261 days. So it's, you know, definitely noted in my head that more than likely I will not pick up Joie at all anymore. I did only pay $4.50 for it and it sold for $31.35. On the last day, Sunday, April 2nd, I had 1 sale and it was on Poshmark. So the item that sold for me is this Von Dutch beanie. It is a vintage beanie made more than likely in the 2000s whenever Von Dutch was very popular. It's definitely like quintessential Y2K. So definitely put that tag in my listing. I had it for 57 days. I picked it up for $2.69 and it sold for $35. So for those 9 items, I had total sales of $391.59. Again, not too great for me, not as far as year over year, just in the past in general. I think I am going to start including those numbers just so you all can see a comparison, and I can also keep tabs on myself as far as what I did last year by week, just to see, did I think I did a lot more than I did this year, or is that just in my head? So I think I will start doing that in the future. My total profit after fees and costs is taken out is $207.62. And my ASP is sitting at about $45 average, which isn't too bad. I would like to get it closer to 50, but if I can flip things fast, I'm okay with selling them at a lower ASP. It's just kind of a balancing act. Let me know how things are doing for you guys. Are you seeing a difference in your clothing sales versus hard goods if you sell them? It's, you know, like I've said in the past, I want to lean a little bit more into hard goods. It's just hard because clothing is just so natural to me. It's something I've dealt with for a really long time. And, you know, if I need to run into a thrift store, run into a yard sale, I'm in and out really fast when it comes to clothing. I'm still learning hard goods, so I have to look things up a lot more, and it's obviously just such a bigger breadth of items, but it's just something I definitely want to still get more into. But I'd love to hear how you guys are doing with it. If you sell only hard goods, how's that looking for you? Are your eBay sales up? Are you seeing a decline as well? Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm also open to hear anything else that you guys would like to hear about. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.